Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. If you're new around here, my name is Aiden, and in today's review we have a really exciting pair of shoes to take a look at. Now I didn't expect to get these, they really wasn't on the radar because this shoe did actually release quite a while ago. But fortunately enough for me, we were able to hit these on a restock. So I'm really excited to get into this one. Don't want to take up too much time on the intro, so let's go ahead and get straight into the video. So just like we always do before we get into the shoes, let's just kick this one off with the packaging. Now the packaging itself is actually really nice. Now the box has been done in that mostly navy colour, but we do have this white paint splatter all the way throughout the box. And then running through the centre, we do have that flight branding with the Jumpman there in the centre. Now if we do just take a quick look at the label, which reads, we have the Air Jordan 4 Retro in the white midnight navy colourway. And this is a personal pair, I'm very glad to say, as it is a UK 9.5. So there's the size label if you want to check it out. There you go. On the inside of the box, we do have this really nice like grey or silver colour. We then have more splatter print paper. There it is. And then underneath that, what we all came for, here we have the kicks. So let's go ahead and get straight into the shoes. So without any further ado, in hand we have the Air Jordan 4 in the midnight navy colourway. Now this one kind of came out of the blue. Really wasn't expecting to pick these up. When the shoe did officially release everywhere else, like Sneakers and all them other places, I entered for them. I took an L as to was to be expected, to be honest. But fortunately enough, S&S only recently did their raffle. I'm not sure if a lot of people were really aware of it or really aware to look out for it. But when I saw it, I entered it straight away. And then believe it or not, I got the win. Now this shoe did actually arrive the same day as we got the Lost and Found. So if you haven't seen our review of the Lost and Founds, I will link it above if you do want to check it out. But to be able to say I got these and the Lost and Founds on the same day, it honestly doesn't get much better than that.
I feel so alive!
But even though this shoe has actually been out for quite some time already, for those of you that have stumbled across this video and are still looking to take a detailed look at these, in this review I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know, from materials through to sizing. So by the end of this video, if you are looking to pick these up on the aftermarket, you'll know everything there is to know about this shoe. So just diving straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with. And as I was saying a little bit earlier on, since this shoe's been out for quite some time, I will try and keep this short and sweet. So for this one, we do have an almost reimagined take on the classic white cement colourway, and with that we do have some pretty interesting similarities, but there are also some differences which we will cover within the review itself. Now when it comes to this shoe, we do see a mostly all leather construction, and just based on first impressions when you pull these out of the box, the quality of the leather is probably one of the more surprising things for me. Now I'll be completely honest, I don't have a huge Jordan 4 collection, never really have, but based on all the Jordan 4s that I've ever personally owned, which is maybe about 7 or 8, this is far and away the best quality leather that I've ever personally had. Has like a really soft to the touch texture, feels pretty premium in my personal opinion, and it's not the same leather all the way throughout the shoe. So on all the different panels they're using slightly different textures. So for example, on the toe box it's a slightly softer, a little bit more of a flatter leather, and then around the toe box on the mudguard, that's a little bit more like your tumbled leather, your traditional tumbled leather. I would say it's very similar in terms of the quality to what you might expect with the Jordan 3. I'm a huge Jordan 3 fan, it's my favourite Jordan model, so with that, the quality of the leather, I'm definitely not going to be complaining. Now being that this is a Jordan 4, we do have some of those pretty traditional Jordan 4 features, including the white mesh netting in the midfoot portion. We then have some really nice accents of colour on the eye stays. For this one, it has been done in that navy colour to tie into that midnight navy colourway. And as we then move towards the back end of the shoe, this is where we do start to see those cement accents. Now you see this first and foremost on the wings on both the lateral and medial sides, but you can also see it on the midsole paint as it actually wraps into the heel. Now as we reach the heel of the shoe itself, again we do have more of those cement accents, and then in the middle of the heel plate we do have that navy Jumpman. Now there are a couple of little differences to what you may have seen with the white cement. Now they've actually changed out the black spots for navy ones to tie in again to this colourway, and then because this is a non-OG colourway, instead of the Nike Air branding we do have the Jumpman. Now very subtle changes, very subtle differences, and just looking at it in hand, this is definitely as close to the cement colourway as I'm going to get for quite some time, so I'm definitely not complaining. But I do feel like if you do have the white cements already, you probably don't need these, just in my opinion. Now when it does come to the lacing options for these, we do just get your pretty standard flat white shoelaces. There's no extra laces that come along with the shoe. I do know that some people do like to do lace swaps with the Jordan 4, but personally, given how clean the look of this shoe actually is, I think the white laces is doing just fine. At the top of the tongue we then have this really nice leather detailing, and then in the middle of the tongue we do have this white tongue tag with the navy Jumpman and the flight branding just underneath. On the back of the tongue we then have more navy colour with the Air Jordan branding upside down. Not sure if you can see that from there. Pretty standard when it does come to the Jordan 4. And then when it comes to the sock liner, we just have your pretty standard all white sock liner for this one. As we then work our way onto the inside of the shoe, we do have your pretty standard insole, which has been done in that navy colour and does also feature the white Jumpman. And then just to close us out in terms of the details, as we then work our way down to the midsole, we do have a polyurethane midsole with that visible air unit towards the heel. And as we reach the outsole, we do have that classic Air Jordan 4 outsole, which does feature that herringbone traction pattern. And the colour blocking itself has been done in grey, navy, red and white. A very, very nice look in my opinion. Now when it does come to the overall sizing for these, I did go a half size up. That's what I always do with the Jordan 4 because to me it does run a little bit narrow. So if you do have wide feet like me, I'm definitely going to suggest you just go a half size up. I've been true to size. I didn't like the fit, didn't like the feel when I was wearing them. So a half size up is definitely going to be my suggestion for the wide footers. If you're more of a narrow footer and you do like a tighter fit, going true to size, you should be absolutely fine. But as I always suggest, if there's any opportunity for you to try before you buy, which in this particular instance might not be possible, but if you can try any other Jordan 4s, that will definitely be the best bet for yourself. And then outside of that, we've covered everything that you need to know from materials through to sizing. So if we now just go ahead and just wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video so you guys can get out of here, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going to say these are a really strong 8.5 out of 10. There's just honestly a lot to love about this shoe, from the quality of the materials, the details, the fact that it's similar to the white cements for anyone like myself that doesn't own them. Again, the quality of the leather has to be talked about. And then something I didn't actually touch on within the review is how good the QC was on my pair. No glue stains, no loose stitching, no issues with the materials. Everything about this shoe is very, very solid, and I'm really glad to say that I've been able to add it into the collection. Even though this is coming in at a slightly higher price point now, being the fact that Jordan 4s and all Jordan Retros have gone up in price, it actually feels like this is a pretty good quality and pretty deserving of the price tag. So again, nothing to complain about for me. Really pleased to add these into the collection. I'd love to get your guys' opinion on it as well, so do let me know what you think of my rating. Let me know yours, and let me know any of your other thoughts in the comments section down below. And if you have stuck around to this point in the video, as always, I just want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And I hope to see you all again in the next one. Peace.